Hello again, Carrier 10 here. Welcome back to another video. And this is episode 4, which is setting up the diagnostic tablet. So this is going to be a little bit of a different one, mostly because I am not actually speaking in the game, because I forgot to record the audio. Somehow, the audio got screwed up. So therefore, I am voicing over this because I am too lazy to re-record everything and reset it up. So you're going to have to deal with me doing this. So if you notice anything wrong, that's why. Currently, this is what I got in the tablet to get it all set up. This is just like the basics of what you probably need to get this to work. So, take a look at it. I got an API in this to save on the card storage. I have a card expansion slot on the bottom in order to allow me to install the cards if I need it. And all the other stuff too. Make sure you have an analyzer in the tablet as well because you need that to be able to scan the devices in order to put it onto the system. And also the internet card in case, so you can actually download the diagnostic tablet if you would like. I have it in there because that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Once you assemble your tablet, you can boot it up and you can see I already have the stuff set up on here, so I'm just going to delete all the files and I'm going to be reinstalling it. The specific command as well as the link will be in the description below, but let's just do this. Here you go. There's the command, and I'm just going to set it to diag.lua. That's just what I'm used to. Now that we've got diag installed, I'm going to quickly show the port on the server in order to simplify the process. So real support, the port's 1000. So if I run the program, it'll automatically grab the port. So I have default, so I could just use 12345. But for this one, I'm just going to show you how you enter it manually. So it asks you to enter all the parameters. I'm just going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 because that's default. And it's all set up. You can see it has diagnostics, accelerated door setup, door editing, and remote control. There's actually a fifth one on the new update of this system. The diagnostic tablet has a new update, but this video was made before that, so I'm not recording it. Now, I get to figure out what I'm doing next. I believe we're starting off with diagnostics if we're going in a row. Yep, diagnostics. So it asks to scan the door to start. What you need is the admin diagnostic card, which in order to do that, you need to go into your database and wait for it to boot up. Start up the boot program, or if you're in MineOS, just run the program. Enter username and password. Once again, I just have -cade and then 1234. Go into the security place, add and click admin card once you put a swipe card in there, a magnetic strip card. You can throw that into the card writer and then click admin card and it will automatically make it for you. Now you see how I got the diagnostic card. So now all you have to do is swipe the door you want to do. Let's see, we're doing the right one first, so if we were to swipe this, it's not going to work because the device's mag reader was actually not set up with the door, which is what caused it to close the program. So it actually did send it to the diagnostic tablet, it just didn't show. But the other door works fine, and you can see since we scanned 3 mag readers in a row, it showed door number 3, but since we scan it again, door number 4. And so if we go main computer info, it just shows the main device that you did. So we swipe that first one, so it's going to show all the information for that front light. And you can see it is front light, and you can see all the door specific version and stuff, as well as the door functions. The door key is used for the auto installer if you were to edit it with the auto installer, which is not recommended. Then you got door name, front light, door pass amount, that's how many pass types there are. Reader address, that's the swipe reader. And then you have all the door functions telling you how the door opens and all that. Yeah, and also the redstone output side, it's number 3 for front. That's, you can see that on the sides API. Then you got entire door you got the passes, so you can check all the passes that that door is linked to. So all we have is cool, and it's a supreme type setup for this door. So that's all good. And you can see also entire door info. That would be the entire door, so it would show both the front and the back light. As you can see, backlight, and then yep. And if we were to go page 2, we could see the front light system. The backlight is a bundled cable too. That's how the output color and the outputs are different. And if we were to go to the front light, nope, we don't go to the front light. Going on this as we go. But now that we swipe the back one, you can see the main, you can see that, of course, entire door info still has the same stuff, but the main door info has the backlight instead. And then also the is cool is all the same for that back one. But you see, we swipe it again, and this door actually works, although it tells you it's an incorrect MAC reader. That's the error that was coming up with before. But if we go into the entire door info, you can see everything still works perfectly as it should. Although everything is not working because it's broken. Now we're going to take a very close look at the biometric reader. For some reason. Don't question it. Alright, now we just close out of it by using Control-Alt-C. And then wait for it to start back up, I guess. There we go. So now we're doing, what are we doing? Is the question. I will wait to see what it is. Oh, we're doing diagnostic still. So, yeah. That was pretty much diagnostics, and now I get to wait for when we go to the next spot, which is door editing. So you can see we're back in our main menu, and now we just wait. Because waiting is fun, but everything seems to be working, I believe. Unless, yeah, it's working. Alright. Yep, so now we are on door editing. So basically it just says to swipe the door you'd like to edit. So if we swipe this right now, it's going to crash the server. All you have to, it's going to crash the door, but you can see we received it, so all you should have to do is start back up the program on the door if it does crash. And now we're good. So you can see we have the door key, we have this stuff we can change. Sectors are disabled, so we can't actually edit that. But yep, change door name, that one's named single, and then you can change door type, color, and all that. Change toggle and delay, change passes, and change card readers. Which, I think changing card readers is also fixed, in case we do not do this in this. Okay, it looks like it works. Alright, yep, you can change card readers. So right now we're selecting the biometric reader and the card swipe. And so that would beep after every successful scan. You scan by holding the right click button. And now you could see that if we were to click on the screen, you can see we have 2 readers. Reader amount is equal to 2. And so Now that we know it works, we are going to see that we have an amount of passes of 8, which is why we are not going to change passes for this door. We'll show the case that in the future, but you can see should the door be toggleable or not. We made it toggleable instead of its old delay. So that is pretty much good now. I think we might, are we going to change anything else? I am not sure. I believe we just click the screen. Yep, clicking the screen. Oh, no, we press enter. If you press enter, it will show all the swipe readers that are linked to the door with that little light sequence. So that's how you know that a swipe reader is linked to the door. Nothing else will work, and then once you click the screen, it should send all the settings to the door. And so if we were to swipe our diagnostic card, it's not going to crash anymore because it is actually linked to a door. So if I swipe my card now, yep, it lets me in because I have the correct pass. And it's also going to stay open because, oh, I clicked the biometric reader. I had a brain. I clicked the biometric reader, which closed it back up, I believe. But now we have this system, and if we click it, you can see it crashes again. So here's our next door, and this one has 2 doors on it, of which you can change. We're currently set up on the second door, which is the one with the keypad. You can see that on the reader address. And so now we're going to select all the readers. So I'm going to hold right click on the keypad and the swipe reader. That's going to choose both of them. And now it says keypad detected. Because we have a keypad, we can get the key from the database, which is test1, all low caps. So I'm going to set 1 for global, because that's how you get that key. And then I'm going to do test1. So now that's all good. And whenever I change the code on that database, it will update all the other stuff, and all of the keypads linked to that pass will work. So now if I was to branch a cable off of here and add another door very quickly, and another reader. So now we got 3 readers and then 2 doors. So first things first, we are going to make sure we're on the right one. Or are we going to add another door? I forgot. Oh, we're going to add another door. See, I pressed N twice. That adds 2 doors, but I only needed 1. So if I press R on one of them, it's going to delete that door. It's going to ask you, are you sure first? And if I press 2, it's not going to do anything. But if I press 1, it's going to delete that door that you're currently selected. So now we have an extra door. And it's got some basic stuff on it, like the pass type is staff. And it's got a simple delay of 5. And you can see that is one of our doors. Now we have to do this one. So the name is going to be new of the front. I make no sense. And then door type, it says type of 3. I'm going to scan the door controller. In fact, it looks like I'm going to branch off a second door to showcase how it can do multiple doors at the same time if it's a door control. So now it says scan all the controllers you want to add. I already scanned both of them, it looks like. Oh, I didn't scan any of them. So I'm trying again. Scan both of them, and click the screen, and now the controller mount is 2. Perfect. So now I'm doing the reader. So I only scanned that reader, and you can see since it's only 1, it actually gives you the UUID of it. Sectors are disabled, so that's fine. Everything else technically does not need to be changed if I don't want to. So therefore, I don't know what I'm going to do next. It looks like I'm actually changing the passes. So for this one, I do advanced pass setup, which means I'm specifying all the passes amounts. I have 1 add pass, 1 reject, and no supreme. It looked like I had a base pass too. I forgot what I selected already. So I'm just setting up my settings for the store. If you really want to pay attention to this, you can. If you already viewed the video 3, I believe, you should know how the advanced pass setup works. But let's go. You can see those are my settings, and this is a whole bunch of testing that I'm probably going to skip. Alas, I have returned for the next one, which is remote control. So you can see this is pretty simple. It has every single door that's connected to the server, which is 6 in total. But you can see we have 3 computers, but technically we have 6 doors. So pretty much all you do is you click the number for the one you want, and you use the arrow keys to actually switch between the pages. So right goes up in page count, and then left goes down in page count. So if I click one of these soon, let's see, which one do I press? I pressed one of them, but I pressed it and then I clicked open for 5 seconds. So you can see I'm clicking through every single one a couple of times, and once I click it and then press the number, it'll open it for that amount of seconds. But then you could see if I were to open the GUI again, I can show you that if you were to click on one of them, you can see there's toggle open and then open for hashtag seconds. Toggle open is what it sounds like. It just toggles it open or toggles it shut. Open for hashtag seconds lets you specify the amount of seconds. So like right there, I did it for 1 second, and that light back there stayed on for only a second. Compared to that one, which did, I'm not sure how much it did. Yeah. I don't have any idea what I'm pressing, so this is a lot more difficult to speak about, but yep, that's pretty much it for that one. Or is it? Oh, looks like I'm installing the sector module. So you can see I'm installing all the stuff. I installed door remote control onto the database as well. Oh, I installed door. Oh, right. This is a multi-page. This is a multi-episode, I believe. So I am installing the door remote control program onto the database in order to show you how it works on here as well. So if we just wait for it to start up and then log in, then we can show you it. So now that we've signed in, we can go to the door remote control, the RC module, and you can see it's pretty much the same thing. You can select whichever door, you can change the list number, and then you have the buttons on the side that let you do all that stuff. So open for 5 seconds, it opens it for 5 seconds. This time I can actually read what I'm pressing. So yep, that is pretty much it for the remote control. All you have to do is you can just control. That's pretty much it. You can control the doors. Magic. In order to not bore you to death with this horrible tutorial that I so thoroughly screwed up by recording it without audio, I'm going to go into the editing extra config stuff. Because configuration is not that bad. You can see we have a force program thing here. That lets you force a specific program to run. So if it's at 0, it lets you select it on the screen. But let's say I wanted the user to have to use only the remote control program on here, because let's say you had it as a stationary computer. You just want to have the remote control computer itself. So now if I run it, you can see it only runs the remote control program. And that's because of the extra config. So after I struggled to type extra config.txt multiple times, we are going to get into the menu. If I wouldn't take so long to enter it, and you can see, yep, force program is set to 4, which is why it chose the 4th item on the menu. 4th item on the menu, I say. And so now that I set to 0, it will set it back to the ability to select it yourself. And that's pretty much it for probably the worst tutorial I have done to date. Possibly. So after I'm swinging my character around side to side, I am going to tell you, I hope you have a great day. I hope I didn't bore you to death with this video. And I hope that this actually helped you, even though I struggled so thoroughly just to record over it. Oh my goodness. I hope I never have to do this again. But fun fact, I do have to do this for the next video. So I'm going to X out. Oh look, it's X'd out. Now you get to talk to me to a black screen. How's your day going? Apples.